Всем привет! We continue working with the cases and we finally reach the stage when we start translating the sentences. And these are the same sentences as we worked with before, but back then we only focused on the cases, and now we're actually focusing on all of the words, and we are going to translate these sentences into Russian one by one. Now, before I said I will be going in portions of 4, so your task for today was to translate the first 4 lines or 8 sentences. But I actually recorded that video already, and it was like 30 minutes. And my kids told me, Mama, nobody's going to be watching it for 30 minutes to make it shorter. So I decided to shorten it a little bit, and we're going to be going 2 lines, 4 sentences in each of the videos. Okay, let's start.
If you like it, please click like. If it's useful, drop a line. If you love it, hit subscribe. Like me, подпишись и комментарий напиши.
Okay, so here are our sentences, and as you can see, we have worked with this worksheet before, and I will link the video. So in the previous video, we just decided whether the bold words in bold are in the same case or in a different case if we translate these sentences into Russian, and then we figured out the case by using this chart. And as I said, I will link this video. So now we're actually going to be translating them, and I put the mark here, so these are the only 4 lines that we're working with in this video. And this video is going to be the slowest because I'm really going to go step by step, and all other videos are going to be picking up the pace. Okay, so let's take a look at these sentences. My mom is going to work. I am talking with my mom. Both of these sentences are simple sentences. We have one action and one subject. Remember, for most sentences in Russian, once you figured out where nominative is, all other nouns, pronouns, and adjectives in the sentence will be in the case other than nominative. They might still look like nominative, but they will not be nominative. Okay, so here we have my mom is going to work. The only other noun in this sentence is the word work. Now, in English, the word work can be a verb, like I am working. So here it is, the verb. But it also can be a noun, like the work. I completed the work. Now here it clearly means work as the job. So that's where she's going to her place of work. So this is our noun. And since we're going to this place and it's not a person, that's going to be our destination, and it's going to be accusative. So this noun, work, will be in the accusative case when we translate the sentence into Russian. Here we have, I am talking with my mom. Remember, and I actually should have said that both my and mom will be nominative because my goes with mom. Same here, both my and mom will be in the instrumental case. Now, the only other word that might require a case is this personal pronoun I. And here it is the subject of a sentence because who does the action? Who is talking with my mom? I am. So that's our nominative. All other words don't really require a case. So when we are just learning how to, speak in Russian, we have to go very slowly. So first of all, let's write down the words in their default forms. Okay, so if you look up, let's say my, if you look up mom, if you look up work, and so on. I'm not going into verbs in this series of tutorials. I will just be giving you the verb forms. So once again, first let's put them into columns. Here, the words that require a case, and here the words that don't require it. So we have my, mom. So both of them can change in cases. So if you look up the word my, it will be mой. I'm writing it here. If you look up the word mom, it will be mama. Then we have is going, and here, as I said, I will just give you the form, and that's идет. Is going. Then we have to, and that's our preposition. Remember, we're using the accusative case. So here we have to translate to into Russian. We can use v or we can use na. Now, work is something that's happening. We consider it as an event because work can be happening in an office, it can be happening on a farm, it can be happening in your own home, like for people who work from home. So work is something that's happening. You cannot enter the work. You can enter the office, you can enter the building, but you cannot enter the work. It's an event. And for events, we use na. So here we will need the preposition na. And then if we look up the word work, and again, we look it up as a noun because we need a noun here, that will be the word работа. Работа. Okay, now let's put it all together. So we have my mom is going to work. So my mom is going to be a nominative. And remember, my will agree with the word mom in gender number case. The word mama is our nominative, so it falls right here. It's a feminine noun. So and it's singular, it's not plural. So it means that the word my will be in the feminine nominative singular form. So the default forms are right here in this red thing. Moi is the form that if you look it up in the dictionary, the word my, that's what you will have, but that will be masculine. We need feminine singular, and that's моя. Моя. So my mom, мой, will change to моя. Моя мама. So this я shows us the feminine form. So is going, идет, no changes needed. На, to. And then we have the word работа, which needs to be in the accusative case. So the word работа ends in a, it's our feminine. So, and it's above the line, so it's hard. Hard stays hard. So we go to accusative feminine, and we can see that there is a letter U above the line. So that's what we change here. So that работа will change right here. Na работу. So here is our U. На работу. Работа change to работу, because here we need accusative. Моя мама идет на работу. Now let's take a look at this sentence. I'm talking with my mom. Again, let's take a look at all our default forms. So I is я, am talking, говорю, with, remember this is instrumental, with is the preposition с, it doesn't change, so we put it here. And then my mom, again, my, if you just look up the word my, you will get мой. And for now, as I said, I'm going very slowly. Like we already know that моя мама, my mom is моя мама, but let's go step by step. And then again, if we look up mama, if we look up mom, we'll get mama. There you go. So now let's put it all together. Я won't change because it's nominative. Then am talking is говорю. Then we have with, с. And now we have my mom. So let's put the noun into the appropriate form first. So remember, mama falls right here. A is the hard ending. It's above the line. And we need the instrumental case. So we stay in feminine. We go to instrumental. And we look up what's above the line. And that's ой. Now here it has an effect of the 5-letter rule. Now the word mama, if we drop a, then we're left with the letter m. M is not part of the 5-letter rule, so this does not apply. So all we have to do is to use this ending. So will be mom. We dropped this one and we added ой, because that's our feminine hard ending. Okay, then мой, remember, that's the default form and it's masculine, but what we need feminine instrumental. So we go to feminine and we go right here. So here we have the endings. We go back here, моя is below the line, so it's soft. Soft stays soft, so we go here, я is dropped and is replaced with ей. So, ей. So this one got dropped, this one got dropped and got replaced with the soft ending ей. Моей. Я говорю с моей мамой. I'm talking with my mom. Okay, let's take a look at the next sentence. So here we have, I bought a new table and my computer is on the table. So here we figured out that table is accusative because I bought it, and new will go with the table. So these both words will be masculine singular accusative. I am the one who bought the table, so that's the subject of a sentence. Who bought the table? I did. So that's our nominative. Nothing else is needed here. My computer is on the table. So on the table is the prepositional case. And my computer is whatever is somewhere. Right now, computer is somewhere. So that's our nominative. Yeah, this is the subject of a sentence. What is on the table? The computer is. Okay, now let's translate it. So here we have, I bought a new table. So what we need, я bought, купил, if it's a male, or купила, if it's a female. We don't translate because Russian doesn't have articles. New, if you look it up, will be новый. And then table, стол. Okay, now let's put it all together. I bought, so I doesn't change. Я is in the nominative form. Bought, since I'm a female, I'll say купила. And then what I bought was a new table. Now let's take a look how we say that. So table, стол, ends in a consonant. It means that it falls right here on the chart. So it falls right here on the chart. So there is no vowel following the consonant, so it's called the zero ending. So that's our nominative form. Now we have to find the accusative form. And here we can see that when it's a something, что, it will be the same as nominative. And if it's a someone, who, it will be the same as genitive. A table is definitely a what. It cannot look you in the eye. So look at that. It will not change. It will stay exactly like nominative. So even though it will look like nominative, we're going to write it here without any changes. So it is a different case. Nominative, default form, accusative. It's the same because stol is an inanimate. Now, new is an adjective, and it falls right here, новый. Now, it goes with the stol. So accusative form for новый will be the same as either nominative or genitive, depending on the word it goes with. Table is inanimate, so new will also be inanimate and also won't change. Новый стол. Я купила новый стол. Now let's take a look at my computer is on the table. So here we have мой for my computer. Here we have the verb is. Remember, in Russian, we don't use the verb to be in the present tense, so we don't need anything at all. Pretty much can just, cross it out. Then we have on. Remember that table is prepositional because it's a location. Like there is a table and there is a computer. Like right now, the pencil is on the table. So na is used when it's an event, open space, or a horizontal location. So when we have a table, so basically we have something laying right here that's on. That's a horizontal thing. That's why we'll be using na. Now, just quickly to say, like, imagine that the table has a drawer that that you slide out, and there is something inside that drawer. Here we can use v, because that would be inside the table. Like, where are the documents? Где документы? Они в столе versus на столе, on top of it. Okay, and then we need the word стол. You already know how to say table. So now let's put it all together. So my computer is gonna be in the nominative case. So computer, nominative, and мой in nominative. Remember, when you look up the form, it gives you masculine form, so no changes here. Мой computer. Then we don't need anything because there is no verb to be. Then we need na. And then we need to put the word table into the prepositional case. So we go to the nouns chart. Remember, the word table falls right here. And we go to the prepositional. So here we don't go with like hard or soft. We go with what it ends in. So it's a masculine word that ends in a consonant. So it gets the ending ye. And the word stol is not part of those words that get an u. So we just stay with the ye. So we get stol. And we add ye. Мой компьютер на столе. Okay, We are done with the first set of sentences. So these 4 sentences in these 2 lines. So your homework for the next time is to translate the next 2 lines for sentences, and also put in the comments if something was not clear in my explanations, especially if you translated these sentences before you watched the tutorial and maybe something was different. Let me know in the comments if my explanations were not enough, and I'll try to go into more detail. Okay, see you next time. Keep learning Russian. Пока-пока.
If you like it, please click like.